Yeah, so I've been dropping the ball for the past couple years because I've been trying to put out a rank 'em up of the Resident Evil video game series, and I just keep putting it off. I mean, I have the whole thing written out, the whole thing set up. I just need to film the thing, and also Resident Evil 7 just came out, so I need to put that in the list. I'm sorry, I just keep dropping the ball. But yeah, hopefully that'll be out soon. But today, let's talk about something that's very iconic in the Resident Evil series, and that's, of course, the save theme. And well, in the case of this, I'm not a music composer and I don't study music theory, so I can't really analyze the songs. So in this case, it's going to have to be a very opinionated favorites list, my own personal favorites list. So in this case, if you disagree with me, I completely agree with you. That's completely fine. Just, let me know in the comments below how you would rank them in your eyes. So yeah, to start things off, some rules. Rule 1. Just to, thin out the list and, make it a clear-cut list, let's only focus on the actual main series. So in the case, like Outbreak or something like that, let's just focus on the actual numbered titles. And on top of that, rule number 2, let's only focus on one version of each song. So in the case of a remake, that's the same song from Resident Evil 1, the original game. So it's a remastered version, but it's the same song. So it's only going to keep one slot available for that song. But in the case of Director's Cut, that one's going to get its own slot. And, well, you'll see why. Regardless, let's get to it. Hey look, it's Director's Cut. Now, I consider this the worst theme not just because of the stigma of it, being part of the far inferior soundtrack utilized in the Director's Cut version of the game, but I just don't really like the very childlike nature of the piece. It's creepy, yes, but it gives off a very different vibe than what is actually happening around the player. It sounds just like a lullaby, and in all honesty, that's not the right vibe I should be getting from this. Now, I really enjoyed Revelations 2, but the Results theme, not so much. It seems to have too much going on, and at points feels like the piece is going to fall apart on itself, but then it recovers. It makes me feel uneasy, but not as an accompaniment of what is happening in the game, but for just the song itself. Now technically this game does not have a save room theme, but the results screen essentially is the place where you save, so I'm using that instead. This one is very similar to what RE4 was going for, but I feel like they let the background of the song drown out the rest of what's going on in the forefront, like the strings and the percussion. It also feels completely out of place in the game as a whole. I mean, yeah, sure, it's enjoyable to listen to, but it's extremely forgettable. Now, to some, this may be higher, but I just felt like it was pretty just okay. It made me feel empty and not necessarily in a good way. Not overly complicated, and when it does try to add in another instrument, they were either far too quiet or out as soon as you notice them. It's a good theme, yes, don't get me wrong, but it's just that. Just good, not great. Resident Evil 6 results themes. All of them. Yes, there are a total of about 4. Each results theme is a remix of the main theme, which itself has 4 different versions for each character, and each of them sounds worse than the last. So in this case, I'm going to have to choose the best one, and that's of course Leon's results theme. It's creepy and I love the sound, but it's clearly inspired by something else. I mean, when I listen to Leon's main theme by itself, I can't help but think of The Dark Knight. Now, I love this theme for its simplicity and, well, theme. It's clearly meant to replicate an aquatic feel, and well, since the game is set on a boat, it's perfect. I love the background strings and keys in the piece. That, along with the ambient subtle tone, gives the feeling of sadness and loneliness. In a way, it reminds me of a Silent Hill theme, in the best possible way. Ugh, I love the dreamlike state this song puts me in. I love the strings and the choir backup. It's great and makes me feel like all my troubles are gone. That is until I step outside again. It's calming, but it just has that good old Resident Evil feel that things are not gonna be alright. I love the southern touch they went with this song. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but the strings in this sound an awful lot like a banjo. In turn, this gives the whole Save Room theme a haunting sense of ease. It lingers and it truly makes you feel like you're lost somewhere in the backwoods along some country road. Looks like you took a wrong turn. Better head back the way you came. Classic theme. Of course this is near the top. What makes this theme fantastic though, whether it be the original or the remastered version, is that you feel a wave of tranquility come over you. You have no way of knowing what lurks around every corner in this mansion, but at least you can catch your breath for a brief moment. You truly feel safe here, but the background ambience of the song makes you question, but for how long? Now, I love this song for its balance. It's equally calming and ominous. You know that at this instance, right now, you can catch your breath, but you realize that it's only for a small amount of time. It gives the player a sense of urgency as well as fear. You understand that danger surrounds you, and that sooner or later, you're going to have to fight for your life again. The instruments are loud and booming, and they get your attention. By far the most sinister sounding of all the themes, definitely lighter in volume than Resident Evil 3's, but it gives you a far more sense of unease. This one takes the idea of the first game's save theme and turns it on its head. Instead of feeling safe with a hint of uncertainty, you instead feel like no matter what you do, you will never be safe until you are free of this nightmare. But in order to get out, not only must you vacate the building, you must also leave the entire city behind you. The piano is of course a highlight, and has pretty much become synonymous as one of the most iconic themes of this series.
Yes!
Oddly enough, the one I enjoy the most is the one that makes me feel the most safe. Not saying I don't love the dire, malevolent feeling of the others, I mean look at the list, but with Code Veronica's safe theme, I truly feel secure. The song has just enough uncertainty that you know what is waiting for you outside, but you don't care. At this moment, in this time, you are truly 100% safe. The best parts of this song to me is the chimes and the piano. They are just pleasant to listen to and overall accentuate the feeling of security. It's a touching song that honestly makes me feel happy and even a bit emotional. It truly is the epitome of a save theme, and easily my favorite save theme in the series. Well, that's the video. And yeah, now some of you are probably pissed that I, left out one of the games in the series, and well, I'll remedy that by, giving an honorable mention. And it's of course, Dead Aim. While the game itself is not too great, the save theme is actually amazing. And I thoroughly, really enjoy it. I mean, it's somber, and it really reminds me of like something from like Silent Hill. Where would I put on the list? Maybe somewhere below Resident Evil 4, but yeah, it's a good listen, I recommend it. But yeah, it's just weird to think that something so trivial as a save theme has become iconic in a series like this. I mean, it's just nice to feel somewhat safe in a world of just hell and danger. But yeah, regardless, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.